today we're a little sad because last week we put this engine in and now it's outside again. Why is that? Oh, you'll see in a minute. And then also we'll see how we clean up the diesel tank and send that for spray, and maybe we'll even get into the sales.
Big problem. The motor, when we put it in after, when I started looking at the alternator and I tried to turn the motor, it's stuck. It doesn't want to turn. So I think it got some moisture into the inlet manifold here at one stage. It's been standing for 4 years. At one stage it got some moisture or something went wrong, that I think maybe the rings are seized onto the sleeve. So what I'm going to try and do now is I'm going to take the injectors out, these two injectors out, and put some lubricating oil in there and leave it for a couple of days and see if we can get that loose, to see if we can get this motor going again. So it's a bit of a setback, but let's see. I want to try and get away without reconditioning the engine, so maybe we're lucky. Let's see.
After removing the injectors from the engine and putting oil on it for I don't know, a couple of days, still trying to turn it. Unfortunately it didn't turn, so we're gonna have to take it in to get refurbished. Luckily my dad's uncle is a mechanic, so he'll have a look at it for us. So all we've got left is the gearbox here.
This is a diesel tank. Just taking the diesel tank out. We're gonna fix it now. I've unbolted the top. Now just have a look inside. Looks like inside as it's pretty rough. Pretty dirty and rusted. So we'll have to get this clean sandblasted and painted. The top here, also at the bottom there. Have to fix the side. The lid looks like it's got a bit of rust here as well, so we'll have to sandblast it and paint it, get it fixed up.
Dad opened it up, we saw there was a lot of rust in it, so we had to take it out to get sandblasted. It's currently still there, we haven't gotten it back yet. After it's been sandblasted, we'll just paint it, make sure it looks nice and it can fit the diesel. We got a specially made epoxy paint for fuel tanks. It's specially made for fuel tanks that we're going to put inside of us as soon as it's done sandblasted. This is the old throttle control for the boat. Just gonna clean it a bit, recondition it. I don't know, put some grease in, clean up some of this metal before we put it back in.
We're busy reconditioning the control cables for the motor, the accelerator and the gear select. But now it's been in this boat since 94, 92, so that's how many years? 28 years it's been in there. I hope our maths is right this time. It's the second time around. And we got these two bolts going out, but this here is sitting like anything. So now I've put some lubricating oil for about 3-4 days on it every now and again. Now I'm trying to get it out. Strip the thread for the Phillips screwdriver. Now we've got a small punch and a hammer to see if we can get it out. If we can't get it out, we'll have to drill it out and make a plan later on. My son says I'm putting the camera too far away, you can't see what I'm doing. So now I'm putting it much closer. Hopefully this will work. still battling with this engine control mechanism. Mechanism. We've battling to get the center bolt out. So now we've left it for about a week for some of this lubricant.
AC20, U20, same thing.
WD-40 uses stuffed up the thread a bit, but now I've got this compact too, so let's see if we get it out. Still stuck, but it is definitely turning.
Yeah, after finally getting the throttle open, we could refurbish it. So we forgot to take footage of it, but we cleaned up the metal, painted it, made sure all the parts are working, and we put it back together again. I'll quickly show a video of that in a sec.
Working well. Neutral there. So when you put it forward, first goes into gear and then the accelerator pulls back like that. Other side the same, first reverse and then the accelerator pulls back. Like that. And it's also got the function where you can actually pull it out here and then it'll just work the throttle.
We forgot to take footage of this, but here is the reconditioned throttle control. You can see it's nothing to write home about, but it's painted black. Most of the rust has been removed. Opened up there, you can see it looks just a little bit better, and you can easily just switch between them now. Engine is loaded into the combi. That's the standing rigging, and the sails are in the back. Time to take it all in to get checked. Lastly, we're trying to get a bit more organized, so this is what I could think of in the last 10 minutes or something to write down. All the necessary things before we get to we can take it to Durban. This is the stuff we need to do in Durban, and this is optional stuff, although some of them, like the frame for solar, you see I marked it, it's kind of not optional. We want a nice frame, and then the small stuff is a couple of stuff that we just need to buy or just like finish up on the boat. It's currently Friday. Usually I load up the videos on a Sunday, but I'm going to finish it up today before we leave, because we're going to the Drakensberg. If you want to see some of the countryside and whatnot, the South African countryside, you know, let us know in the comments. Maybe I'll make a video on that as well, even though it's got nothing to do with boating. That's another video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you next week.
This is a mainsail open now. Here's a reefing points.